This is one of two land immigration checkpoints in Singapore. It is also one of the world's busiest. Here at Woodlands Checkpoint, more than 280,000 travellers pass through every day. Managing all this falls on the shoulders of the officers from the Immigration and Checkpoints Authority. So how do they handle this huge amount of not only human traffic, but also cargo? And more importantly, how do they keep our borders safe?
So every morning we clear motorcycles at the old Woodlands Checkpoint. This is because there's just so many motorcycles coming in every morning. So if we keep it all here to the new checkpoint, we would not be able to clear them in time. So that's why we opened the old Woodlands Checkpoint. Now, if you'll notice that the motorcyclists are always told to switch off their engines whenever they come into the old Woodlands Checkpoint. Okay, this is because the checkpoint is located right next to a residential neighbourhood. And if everyone were to leave their engine on, then it would create so much noise and residents would be woken up from their sleep. When there's high traffic in the mornings especially, this is when we convert some of the zones, the car zones, to clear motorcycles instead. So this is how we manage the traffic and make sure that there is no ballooning of the motorcycles on the causeway. In the morning, there's an influx of travellers coming in from Malaysia into Singapore. They range from general workers, PMETs, contractors, customer service officers, as well as students. The range of students, the age range can be anything between 7 years old to tertiary level students. So because we have some very young students here and they need to get to school really fast, we open up the flexi bus hall to allow them to clear first. On many occasions, we have caught travellers with smuggling in items, especially cigarettes, contraband cigarettes, in various secret compartments within the car. So that's why we need to conduct more thorough checks on the cars, and our officers are trained to look out for telltale signs of cars that may be carrying contraband items. We found things like cigarettes, of course, dutiable items, people who don't pay GST for their goods. We even get animals like tarantulas and other exotic pets. It's very important for us to conduct all these checks because, especially in cars where you can have secret compartments, and our concern is that sometimes these compartments may be used to smuggle in more dangerous items like explosives or even radiation items that can cause a lot of harm to the country.
Officers at the checkpoint encounter difficult or unpleasant travellers occasionally. Officers are reminded to adopt a certain skill set and mindset coupled with experience to handle such travellers with care. Me myself, I will try to maintain my calm and composure when I encounter such travellers, but I also try to, more importantly, emphasize with them, try to understand where they're coming from. Most of the time, the travellers get annoyed or displeased, mainly from the frustration of having to wait in a queue for a long time.
Right now we're at the Woodlands Checkpoint, arrival cargo zone. This is where all lorries coming into Singapore undergo further checks. Prior to this, the lorries would already have been scanned at the radiation portal. So once scanned, our image analysts will analyze the images and decide if the lorries require further checks. That's how we make use of the handheld detectors to help us further. And our officers will further check for chemicals, for radiation agents, for narcotics, for biological agents, as well as for explosives. We leverage on technology to help us. So we have automated clearance lanes both at the arrival bus hall as well as the departure bus hall. And then here at the motorcycle zone, we also have automated lanes to help the motorcyclists clear through. There is never a typical day for IC officers over at Woodlands Checkpoint. What I can say is that probably what is typical is only that the traffic keeps changing and every day can be quite unpredictable. Security is very important to us in Singapore. As IC officers, it is our core duty to examine the travellers who come into Singapore for the safety and security of the country.